What if I told you that manifesting money could be as simple as shifting your mindset? In fact, what if this shift could start changing your financial reality tonight? It may sound bold, but consider this. Studies have shown that individuals who embrace new ways of thinking about wealth and opportunity often see measurable changes in their income within just a few short months. Now, imagine waking up tomorrow with a completely fresh perspective, one that reveals opportunities for abundance at every turn, rather than fixating on obstacles or limitations. If you're ready to discover a path toward greater prosperity, stay with me, because we're about to explore 7 transformative insights that can help you unlock a life of effortless financial flow. The best part? There's something among these approaches that might just be the most powerful of all, and you'll want to hear it before the end. Before diving deeper, pause for a moment and reflect on how you personally view money. Do you see it as a constant struggle, something to be hoarded, or do you believe there's more than enough to go around? These questions point toward one of the most significant differences in how people perceive wealth: the abundance mindset versus the scarcity mindset. Scarcity convinces us that resources are painfully limited. There's never enough to pay the bills, never enough to travel, never enough to invest in our dreams. Abundance, on the other hand, suggests that possibilities are infinite, and that with the right perspective, you can tap into countless channels of wealth. This isn't about magical thinking or naively ignoring challenges. It's about harnessing the psychological power of reframing. Cognitive reframing, backed by decades of research, shows that how we interpret events around us shapes our outcomes more powerfully than the events themselves. Think of someone like Jane, who used to see financial success as elusive. She believed she wasn't smart enough to manage money or bold enough to negotiate for a raise. Over time, these deeply rooted beliefs became self-fulfilling. But once she consciously decided to shift her mindset, to see wealth as something within her reach, her behavior and opportunities began to change. She tackled her self-doubt by reflecting on old stories she'd heard growing up about money being the root of all problems. By questioning these beliefs, she dismantled the narratives that were holding her back. Within 6 months, she found herself taking bold steps, interviewing for higher-paying positions, setting up a savings plan, and even exploring new sources of income through passion projects. Her story highlights a universal truth. When you move from a place of scarcity to a place of abundance, you start noticing doorways that were hidden from you before. Still, simply declaring an abundance mindset isn't enough. It requires a willingness to trust the process behind manifestation. This trust extends beyond any single technique or formula. It's about sustaining faith when external circumstances tempt you to give up. Often, it's during the toughest times, when bills stack up or an unexpected expense hits, that people abandon the principles they're learning. But trust is what keeps you aligned with a greater sense of possibility. Emotional resilience becomes essential here, and you can nurture it by using simple daily practices that root you in gratitude rather than fear. For instance, a consistent gratitude journal can work wonders. By writing down a few specific things you appreciate each day, no matter how small, they start to accumulate into a reservoir of positive energy. This practice isn't just feel-good fluff. It trains your subconscious mind to actively look for what's going right, rather than obsess over what's lacking. If you're skeptical, consider how you respond to life when you're anxious compared to when you're content. Anxiety closes you off from creative solutions and leaves you hyper-focused on potential loss. Contentment, grounded in trust, frees you to explore fresh ideas and seize unanticipated chances. The same concept applies to manifestation. Calm openness paves the way for new sources of income and new partnerships you might not have considered. Cultivating trust also means embracing patience, realizing that you might not see financial miracles in a single day, yet knowing they can still arrive through consistent focus and steady action. My own story illustrates this. There was a period in my life when money was painfully tight. Everything in me wanted to panic, give up, or assume the worst. But I decided to anchor myself each morning in one positive intention: For me, it was to see every setback as an invitation to learn. Gradually, doors opened. Freelance jobs popped up. Supportive people offered guidance, and new pathways to income revealed themselves. That shift came not from a magic wand, but from trusting in possibility long enough to let it materialize. Of course, trust alone doesn't pay the bills. You also need practical, consistent methods to direct your energy and intentions. This is where specific rituals and practices can be remarkably powerful. One of the most effective is guided visualization. Here's how it works. Take a few minutes each day to close your eyes and vividly imagine the life you want. Don't just see the numbers in your bank account. Feel the relief, the excitement, the security that comes with those numbers. Imagine the freedom of choosing a house you love or supporting a cause you're passionate about. This emotional resonance is what imprints the vision onto your subconscious. Visualization allows you to shift from vague desires into a detailed mental scenario that your mind begins to accept as possible. Once you accept something as possible, your actions naturally start aligning with that belief. Another lesser-known practice is the Kubur Mudra, an ancient hand gesture believed to align your energies with abundance. To perform it, bring your thumb, index, and middle fingers together while keeping the other two fingers gently curled toward your palm. As you form this gesture, set a clear intention for the wealth or resources you'd like to attract. Some people use it during meditation, others during mindful moments in daily life. You may not notice a lightning bolt of change the first time you try it, but the magic lies in consistency. Over time, stories abound of people who have combined the Kubur Mudra with targeted visualization and discovered unexpected financial gifts. A raise, a new client, a sudden refund, or a timely favor. Could it be coincidence? Possibly. But many have found that these focused spiritual practices sharpen their mindset, making them more attentive and resourceful when financial opportunities arise. While rituals create a fertile environment for wealth attraction, there's also a crucial internal layer that can't be overlooked: the limiting beliefs you've carried for years. Scarcity often runs in families, passed down like an heirloom. You might have internalized messages like, "We're just not the kind of people who get rich," or "Money always leaves as fast as it comes." Those phrases can become mental scripts you unconsciously follow. Recognizing them is the first step toward releasing them. A powerful way to do this is through journaling. Set aside time to write about the money-related stories you heard as a child, or the most painful financial experiences you've had. When you read through what you've written, you may notice patterns, negative statements repeated again and again. These are your clues. They show you exactly which beliefs are sabotaging your journey to abundance. But simply identifying them isn't enough. Challenge them. Ask, is this always true? Is there evidence that contradicts this? The moment you allow even a sliver of doubt to creep into a limiting belief, you create space for a new, empowering belief to form. Nothing accelerates this shift like sharing your experiences in a supportive community. When you realize you aren't alone in grappling with inherited scarcity or old traumas around money, the shame or frustration you might feel begins to dissolve. Others might say, "Hey, I had that same story, and here's what helped me." This exchange of insights offers both emotional support and practical tips. Whether it's online or in person, connecting with people on a similar path can reinforce your new perspective, making it easier to stick to constructive behaviors rather than reverting to what's comfortable but limiting. If you're up for it, you can even share a piece of your journey right now. Let others know one money story you're committed to rewriting. It might feel vulnerable, but vulnerability often paves the way for deeper growth. At this point, you may wonder how all of these steps fit together and how soon you can start seeing results. The good news is that every concept we've discussed can be put into action quickly, some even tonight. If you're ready to take that bold leap, here's one straightforward way to begin. Write down the new, abundant belief you most want to embrace. Maybe it's, "Money is a tool that flows freely to me," or "I am open to receiving greater wealth each day." Then spend a few minutes visualizing what your life will look like once that belief takes root. If you want to heighten the impact, try the Kuber Mudra during this visualization, or speak a short affirmation out loud. By connecting these practices, you create a powerful synergy between your mindset, your energy, and your heartfelt desires. Remember that each idea we've explored, from reframing your beliefs to trusting in the universe, from engaging in spiritual rituals to challenging scarcity, forms a unique piece of the overall puzzle. You might find that one or two of these concepts resonate strongly, while others grow on you over time. Remain open, because the most impactful insight could surface when you least expect it. Some people discover that their biggest breakthrough arrives when they finally allow themselves to feel worthy of receiving more than they ever imagined. Others find that their game changer is learning how to trust in a benevolent force, even when external circumstances seem grim. If you've followed along this far, you're already aligning with a higher version of your financial destiny. To solidify what you've learned, it helps to recap the main takeaways briefly. An abundant mindset recognizes that life is brimming with opportunities. Trusting the process keeps you steady even in doubt. Practical rituals such as visualization and the Kuber Mudra can channel your focus. Identifying and releasing old beliefs liberates you to receive new possibilities. And connecting with a community on a shared growth path provides invaluable support. By weaving these principles into your daily routine, you're effectively reprogramming your internal GPS toward greater prosperity. Now, it's time to put this into practice with urgency. Let's say you commit to one specific exercise tonight. 5 minutes of guided visualization around your most important financial goal. Perhaps you picture yourself receiving an unexpected sum of money in the mail, or negotiating a salary that surpasses your current limitations. Accompany that vision with the feelings of relief, success, and empowerment. Then, if you're comfortable, share in the comments how this process felt. Were you able to conjure that sense of belief? Did you notice any resistance? By sharing, you reinforce the practice for yourself and inspire others to do the same. You might also want to subscribe if you haven't already, because focusing on abundance is an ongoing journey, and it's helpful to keep learning and growing with supportive content. Above all, know that the real power lies within you. The greatest secret of all is recognizing that you already possess everything needed to shift your financial reality. Your beliefs, your focus, and your willingness to take consistent action. When you combine these internal resources with external techniques, you become unstoppable. Everyone's story will unfold differently, and there's no one-size-fits-all timeline. Yet the essence remains. Abundance flows easily to those who believe and act justly. You're allowed to imagine a future where you no longer stress about unexpected bills, where you can invest in experiences that light your spirit on fire, and where your generosity becomes a source of profound joy for others. You now have a collection of tools, insights, and practices to begin that journey. Are you ready to step into your next level of abundance? Give yourself permission to explore what this could look like in your life. Consider the simple changes you can make, like rewriting an old belief or making daily gratitude a non-negotiable habit. Perhaps you decide to meditate every morning with the Kuber Mudra. Or maybe you create a vision board that keeps your goals front and center. Whichever method speaks most to your heart, start there. Action breeds momentum, and momentum leads to results. If these ideas resonate with you, I'd love to hear about your experiences. Drop a comment sharing any breakthrough, question, or realization you've had. Let's build a community that fosters growth and abundance for all. Remember to like this video if you found value here, and don't hesitate to subscribe for more insights on personal transformation, emotional healing, and unlocking the wealth you truly deserve. Your next financial chapter can begin as soon as you decide to embrace it. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of manifesting money effortlessly. I hope these concepts spark a deeper understanding of what's possible when you shift your mindset, trust the process, and welcome new rituals into your life. May you step forward with confidence, knowing that opportunities for prosperity are far more abundant than you ever imagined. Abundance flows easily to those who believe and act justly, and I believe it can flow just as easily to you. Go ahead and begin tonight. Your journey to a more prosperous life starts now.